Hey, crypto family. So it looks like today was another down day. Bitcoin is still hovering around that $5,500 level. That's been its main point of support. And you can see most of the altcoins are down more, 2, 3, 4, even 5% or more. So again, there's not much green in the market today. And looking at Bitcoin here, we can see that 5,500, it has been holding strong support. Now, we can see it dip below to a low of 51.81 a couple days ago. But since then, it's maintained this range. Now, if we fail to hold 5,500, then the next level of support we're looking at, we'll go on the daily chart, is going to be that $5,000 level. And you can see that level, we didn't fall down to 5,000 until later on here in the year at around September 10th of 2017. So that was when we saw that we tried to break above that $5,000, $4,900, $5,000 level, failed to break above it, and then continued downward, and then finally broke above it. And that's where we established a support of 5,500 here on the 24th of October, and then also established that support here of that 5,800 level. So again, you can see that these levels are playing strong parts in the support level of Bitcoin. Now, the next move that we need to make if there is positive price action is one, break above that 5,800 support, because that has been strong resistance now. It was strong support. Now it's turned resistance. If we can break 5,800, then it's looking to 6,000. And something I want to point out here on the 4-hour RSI is you can see here this 37 level. So it failed to break above that right before it had its big $1,000 drop. Now, I know there's a lot of other factors such as the Bitcoin Cash hard fork, which I'll talk about in a minute, but it failed to break that. And you can see here that when it broke above that today, that's when we had this small rally all the way up to 56.90. And now you can see it's below that 37 level again. So that could be playing a factor as well as to seeing if we can break above that, then maybe we could see a continued rally. But right now we are staying below it. And I believe as long as we do stay below it, we could see some more downside action. So just goes to say, always set your stops, because you never know how low we can go in Bitcoin, or hopefully we'll have a reversal here and be able to break above these two resistance levels. So with that, let's talk about the big thing everyone's been talking about is the Bitcoin Cash hard fork battle. So again, I made a previous video where I mentioned I think this did play a big part in the drop that we had, and I'll go over a couple reasons why. So first of all, why is the Bitcoin Cash hard fork such a big deal? Well, some of the main reasons is because it's not just the hard fork, it's actually competing hard forks. So originally, Bitcoin Cash was going to have, just one hard fork basically that it has every year, but now there's a battle between Roger Ver and Craig Wright, who claims to be Satoshi Nakamoto, but I won't talk about that in this video. But basically, those two are battling, and it says the Bitcoin Cash emerged on August 1st, 2017, after departing from Bitcoin's original blockchain via hard fork. And then Bitcoin Cash attempted to manage a Bitcoin scalability problem, and which led Roger Ver rallying for increased Bitcoin block size and citing Satoshi Nakamoto's white paper and parts of its anonymous transactions. Well, it says twice a year, the BCH network performs hard forks as part of scheduled protocol upgrades. The latest hard fork, scheduled for November 15th, was disrupted by a competing proposal that was not compatible with the original roadmap. As a result, Bitcoin Cash community was split into three fractions: Bitcoin ABC, Bitcoin Unlimited, and Bitcoin SV. Now, the two main hard forks I want to cover here are Bitcoin ABC, which is Roger Ver's Bitcoin Cash proposal, if you will, and then Bitcoin SV, Satoshi's vision, which is Craig Wright's vision. So basically what Bitcoin ABC is, it says it represents the conservative wing, which aims to preserve Bitcoin Cash from radical changes. So they want to keep it true to what they're focusing on, which is increasing the block size. It says it is led by Roger Ver, among others, and has strong supporters represented by Bitmain, as well as major exchanges Binance and Coinbase. Their wing believes that the basic structure of BCH is sound and does not need any radical change. Nevertheless, Bitcoin ABC's roadmap leaves some room for further development of the network and minimizing transaction cost, which seems to be its main priority. And then you go over here, Bitcoin SV says was founded on August 16th, not long before the fateful hard fork by a blockchain development firm affiliated with Craig Wright. It is supported by niche news outlets like CoinGeek, Calvinaire, and Bitcoin.org. So you see, there's not a lot of support for Craig Wright's Bitcoin SV hard fork. And it says the reformers attempt to restore the original Satoshi protocol by changing the current BCH structure, and it would involve overwriting network scripts of Bitcoin ABC and increasing block size from 32 megabytes to a maximum of 128 megabytes. Now, and then there's this third one, which is a neutral wing represented by Bitcoin Unlimited, whose leaders have proposed a compromise solution called Bitcoin Unlimited Strategy for the November 2018 hard fork. And basically, it's empowering miners with their vote during the hard fork and the ability to change both Bitcoin ABC and SV. So Bitcoin Unlimited hasn't gained much traction, but Bitcoin ABC and SV has. And basically, what's going on right now is the people of Bitcoin ABC, Roger Ver's Bitcoin, is actually winning. And there was a quote here, and it says it's by Bitmain's Jihan Wu, which says, I have no intention to start a war with Craig Wright, because if I do, by relocating hash power from BTC mining to BCH mining, BTC price will dump below yearly support. It may even breach $5,000. But since Craig Wright is relentless, I am all in to fight till death. Now, that was here on Reddit, and a lot of people here are claiming that this is fake. But the interesting thing is, this was actually posted on November 14th, one day before this, or it's actually on the day that this big drop happened. So, you know, it's tough to say. I think there's just a lot of FUD, and I do believe this was fake because it showed he had a actual Twitter account and it wasn't this. But nonetheless, the big proponent of this is reallocating hash power. So it talks about basically Roger Ver and Craig Wright reallocating their Bitcoin hash power and reallocating it to Bitcoin Cash. And a lot of miners were doing that, hence the drop in Bitcoin that happens, because you didn't have miners, solving those transactions. And there's basically a lot of people that were getting out of Bitcoin, so hence the big sell-off. And you can see here it says exchanges start handing over the BCH ticker to BCH. So right now, Bitcoin ABC is in the lead because right now their block height is 2 above Bitcoin SV's. So 557212, Bitcoin SV is 557210. So Bitcoin ABC is winning the hash war, so to speak. But I guess, it's still anyone's game. A lot of people are saying, wait a week or two, we're going to see what happens, what comes of this. But basically, Craig Wright actually had a tweet where he mentioned that, he was basically going to do all he could to, beat Roger Ver. And it says, Craig Wright has declared the, quote, continuous competition until one dies, and the conflict is technically still ongoing. Bitcoin Cash ABC appears to be the current leader, according to statistics from Bitcoin Cash data aggregator Coindance. And it's 2 blocks ahead of its rival. So, again, this is an ongoing war that I believe, it's not good for the community because it just, along with Bitcoin, it causes all of these other altcoins to drop. And basically, they're just trying to fill their own ego right now. So I believe it's definitely unhealthy for the community. The sooner this gets over with, the better. If you look actually on CoinMarketCap and you type in BCH, you can see there's SV here. It's at a price of $97, down 23%. But then you look at Roger Ver's, which is Bitcoin Cash ABC, and that's up nearly 3% to $270. So these are already trading on sources like Binance and Polynex, which have supported it and already handed out the 1-to-1 if you were holding Bitcoin Cash. So ABC seems to be the true Bitcoin Cash, if you will, from the hard fork. But again, all these hard forks, everyone trying to make their coin the coin to have. So we're going to have to see what happens. And again, it's annoying, if anything, but everyone was predicting this drop. A lot of people were thinking Bitcoin's going to go to 5,000, and my personal opinion is the sooner we just get to 5,000, if it's going to happen, the sooner we can finally have our rally back up and, you know, put all of this behind us. So I was watching actually a YouTube video with Crypto News Matt. He changed his YouTube channel to Big BZ, but he was saying actually that, you know, it's better this happens now when Bitcoin's already, you know, been beaten versus when Bitcoin's at 30,000 and then you have a huge drop. So just trying to look at the positive sides there. You know, hopefully, again, if it's going to fall, hopefully just fall soon, gets it over with, and then we can continue on and put all of this behind us. But this is just one thing that's going to be in the news for the next couple of weeks, and until, you know, one Bitcoin Cash is chosen, and then hopefully those miners allocate their mining back to Bitcoin and we'll have a rise again. So with that, though, that's all I had for today. Hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't. Until next time, thanks for watching.